go. I might put this here and... Well, hi. I'm not sure if this will be a successful stream or even how long we'll stream for, but my kids are sleeping in. I'm watching the cricket, and I figured, why don't I have a chat while I watch the cricket? I probably should have got this camera set up before I did that, but oh well, here we are. This'll do. Will that do? Perfect. I'll move back a bit as well. If you're watching this in the backlog, you know the drill. Hit the like button for me. Leave a comment for algorithmic purposes. Should have brushed my beard too. This is a very impulsive, spur of the moment sort of stream. So, welcome and whatnot. Oh, England are having a good over here. It was 1 for 3, or sorry, as most of the world says it, no, Australia, it was 3 for 1. And it is now like not 3 for 1. They've hit several boundaries. England are at bat. I missed the whole first innings. Afghanistan were batting first. As I said, my kids slept in today, so it's the first day I've woken up not to kids waking me up in about fucking 3 years. So, oh, that looked plum. That looked plum. Maybe a bit high, but plum. DRS timer is 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Is he going to challenge? They look like they're talking about it. 6, 5, 4. The only thing is it might have been a bit high. He's gone for the challenge. He's gone for the challenge. He's challenging the LBW. This would be a huge wicket here for Afghanistan. It would be huge. It's 18 for 1 after 3.4 overs. The decision is being reviewed currently. I'm not sure if it's Joe Root or if it's, what's his name, Milan. It might be Milan that's on strike. And, sorry, somebody said hi in the comments. Let me have a look at that. Hi, Marcus. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Do me a solid. Hit the like button if you're still here. Gets more people on the screen. It's a fair delivery. Didn't pitch outside leg. Impact is in line, but I think it's going over. I think it might be going over. The original decision's not out, so it has to be pummeling into the wickets here to overturn it. There's absolutely no bat. Ultra Edge confirms there's no bat. It's hit him well above the knee roll, sort of between the pad and the thigh pad. It's a very high... Oh, no, it's not that high. Oh, it is high. It's going over. I called it. It's going over by a fucking millimetre. It's just missing the bails. It's missing the bails by a bee's dick. That's a great call of not out by that umpire. That's... You're unlucky for Afghanistan. I think he challenged it thinking he hit it. The batsman challenged it thinking he hit it. Not that it wasn't going to hit the stumps. But there's just a bit too much bounce and it was just going over. I'm really glad I called that. That feels it's a good commentary moment, you know what I mean, that I called that. Reviews remaining. Afghanistan has 1. They just lost their review. And England has 2. It's still 18 for 1 after 3.4 overs. The target is 285 runs. It could go either way at this point, you know. Afghanistan are doing a lot better than I anticipated. Oh, this Milan bloke, not Ingram, like he's just played and missed at a ball outside off with absolutely zero footwork. Just fished his little fucking bat out there like he was Rex Hunt. This bowler is charging in too. This Afghani bowler, Fazal, I don't know. I'm listening on mute, so I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But I tell you what, the second half of this over has come. He's made a comeback, that's for sure. He got pumped for 2 boundaries in the first half. The first 3 balls were 1, 4, 4, and the next 2 have been dots, including a reviewed LBW. So, which was, you know, just missing the stumps by a fucking mosquito penis. It's very hot right now. It's getting close. You know, like this is huge. This has, I said on my Instagram as well, right? So follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and on Threads. This game has the potential to have huge ramifications for the World Cup competition and the World Cup standings. Afghanistan hasn't won a game yet, but if they do, then like it balances a whole bunch of stuff out. It'll bring the middle of the table much closer together, you know. So I think it's Australia. It would be beneficial for Australia if Afghanistan beat England. You know what I mean? So I hope they do. In one of your other live streams, I see you have a dog as well. I do. She's just over there somewhere. She's just on my on my cat. That's my cat in the background there, watching my other cats having a wrestle. And then directly behind me, somewhere. There, yeah. There's the dog. She's chilling. I'm gonna move this so that I can move forward and continue chopping my, how do I say, daily medication. Get that all chopped up and ready before my kids wake up, so I don't have to do it in a different room. I wasn't sure if that was a new LBW shout just now or if it's a different one. Yeah, no, it was a replay. That's fine. I was going to say, like, whoop. Too focused on what I'm doing, not focused enough on the game. Get in that spot for me, Docs. Yeah, there we go. That should work. Then I'll put you down there instead. Perfect. That works perfect. So it's 20 for 1. England are batting. 4.3 overs have been bowled by Afghanistan. .1 so far in this over. Joe Root's got 6 runs from 10 balls. Make that 10 runs from... No, never mind, there was a fielder there. He's got 7 runs from 11 balls. I thought he'd hit a boundary straight down the field. What have I done with my drink? Here it is. Long term, I'd love to commentate cricket on the radio. So let me know how I go in terms of commentary. If you're watching this in the backlog, obviously, you know, that would be great if you could leave a comment with some feedback and all that sort of stuff. I love my cricket. I love sport in general, you know. It's been a few days since I actually uploaded. Oh, bit of a French cut there. Run out chance? No, not quite. So Milan had an under edge down to short fine leg just there, and they scampered through for a quick single. 22 for 1, as I said, after 4.5 overs. I've been a bit everywhere in YouTube world, or nowhere in YouTube world, the last few weeks or days. There's a lot of politics going on, a lot of political stuff going on that I'm not sure I have an opinion on, or if I do have an opinion on, I'm not like interested in arguing about it, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. I've sort of lost a bit of a mojo or gone out of my groove, you know? But today I figured, fuck it, I'm gonna go live, try and like give the mojo, give the groove a bit of a fucking, what do you call it? You know? Do that, go live, have a chat with you guys while I watch the cricket, at least until the boys get up. And then once the boys are awake, I'll try and do some shorts. And we're in a drinks break at the minute, sorry, obviously, in case that wasn't clear. I'll try and do some more shorts, and as I've mentioned a few times on the channel, I've got reaction videos ready to upload that I have reacted to, but I have a pending copyright strike on the channel, and I don't want to get a second one, you know what I mean? So I'm waiting for that to go away before I upload more reaction videos, but I have them as well. Far out, the architecture in India is amazing, right? Like, they were just showing a whole bunch of different shots, and I think it's one of the most beautiful countries on earth. And oh man, this pace bowler for Afghanistan, I've never heard of him before. Fazal, he's just getting such good movement. He's a left arm pace bowler, and he's getting great movement with his, like, he's getting a in swing to the right hander, outswing from the left hander, and his placement is unreal. You know, you could put a coin on the pitch and say land it on this, and I reckon he might. He's just like this Milan bloke. He's 13 runs off 15 balls, and I reckon out of his 15 balls, he's played and missed at about 8 of them outside the off stump to this Fazal bloke. He's left-handed batter, another nice outswinger, but it's pumped through the covers for 4. Absolutely a beautiful cover drive to the boundary. And the England fans are clapping, but the Afghanistan fans will be clapping too, because you want him driving with that amount of with that amount of outswing and that amount of cut off the pitch. Like, he's getting a lot of out of the back of the hand movement. He's cutting the ball around a lot with the variation of his release. He's a pace bowler. He's not a spinner or anything, but he's, you know, the split seam versus the down the seam. He's cutting some. The out of the back of the hand slower ball is beautiful. I don't think there's a a more attractive fast ball to be bowled than an out of the back of the hand slower ball. I think they're beautiful if you can land them. But yeah, you don't mind getting hitting through the covers for 4 when you got 2 slips in, because you want old mate playing his cover drives when you're bowling outswing, especially with him as a left-hander. You want him to be playing those shots because you're much more of a chance of getting him out caught behind, or getting him out, with an edge anyway, caught behind the wicket with your slippers or whatever. He's just bowled a wide there. Typical commentator's curse, I give him a rap and he bowls an extra. But you don't mind getting hit for 4 through the covers if you're trying to get him to nick it, because that's a game of inches, that one, and you've got lots of runs to play with. He's bowling a great length, not just a good length, but a great length, and he's not sure if he should play or if he should leave it, and he overpitched one a little bit, and it got smashed through the covers. But you want the batsman to be in that shot playing mentality, because then he might nick it, and so if he shuts up shop and you're bowling at a good length, but he's not playing any shots at him, then that's worse than getting hit for a boundary. Oh, he's played and missed another one. Did he nick that? No, that was a close one. I'll tell you what, this is a great battle between ball and bat, between this Fazal and Milan. I could be pronouncing both of their names wrong, as I said, because I haven't heard them out loud. I watched it on mute so that my kids don't wake up and whatnot. But that is a great ball. Yeah, I tell you what, this World Cup, Afghanistan, they haven't had the results as yet that one would want, but they have surprised a lot of people in terms of their skill, and in terms of, they're not an easy beat team, you know what I mean? And you could say the same about a bunch of these quote-unquote minnow teams, I think. I think it's a good thing to see. And I'm really excited for the 2020 World Cup, just saying. I'm excited because PNG have made the World Cup. They've qualified, you know what I mean? Papua New Guinea, for anyone who's not familiar with the term PNG, it's the country that's literally just above Australia. They're our closest neighbours. On a map, if you Google, if you open your Google Maps on your phone right now and navigate down to Australia, that little smudgy slug-looking landmass above Australia. That sounded insulting. I didn't mean it. I was describing the landmass, not I was describing the topography. It's a country that is literally pretty much straight above Australia. It's Papua New Guinea, and then Indonesia over to the right and stuff. But yeah, they're our closest neighbours, actually. People talk all the time about New Zealand being Australia's closest neighbours, and it's just not true. PNG are closer, and Indonesia are closer than that. Closer than New Zealand as well. But they're brown or Asian, brownie Asian, Pacific, Malaysian, you know what I mean? They're islanders, not white people. So the general consensus and zeitgeist is that they're not our closest neighbours. New Zealand must be. We're in another break here for some reason. I don't know. That's why I'm talking nonsense. But it's a thing. Yeah, PNG have qualified for the 2020 World Cup, so I'm excited to watch them play as well. There's a whole bunch of cool countries. They've got 22 countries in the 2020 World Cup, so there's going to be, places like Hong Kong have still got a chance to qualify, and I hope Tanzania make it. I think that would be really cool. I spent a significant chunk of my life in Tanzania, so I'd love that. First ball. Oh, I missed the first ball. Sorry, I was talking nonsense. 2 dot balls so far in this spinner's over. He really rushes through the overs, this Majib bloke. Majib. He's in his 4th over now. He's bowled 3.2 overs and he's none for 8, so he's very economical. And of course, as I said, that he bowls a fucking loosener, straggler down leg side, but Joe Root can't take advantage of it, and he picks out the short fine leg fielder. Short fine leg fielder, sorry, not short leg fine leg, you know what I meant. Tell you what, half a foot either side of where he hit that, and that ball's 4, but he absolutely nailed it on the bounce straight to the fielder, and they couldn't even get a single. So 3 dot balls to start the over. Oh, another rank one down leg side, and he's picked the gap with that one, and it's 4. That's unfortunate, bro. What are you trying for? He's just gripped it too hard. It stayed in the hand, and he's sprayed it down leg side worse than the last one. And Joe Root gets a pressure breaker. He gets to hit the boundary, the first boundary in a long while, pushes Joe Root's score to 11, his individual score to 11 off 17. So he's really struggling to actually keep... Oh, he's been bowled! He's been bowled! I was about to say he's been struggling to keep the score rate ticking along, but he's hit the boundary and then he's had one skid through and smash into his off stump and middle stump. See you later, Joe Root. Goodbye. That's 2 for 33 from less than 7 overs for Afghanistan. They are in a huge position here. Huge. It's skidded on. He's got a top spinner. There's no spin on it. It's a little fast addition there, just out of the back of the hand. Great bowling. Great spin bowling. Great variation. I don't know what he was trying to do with those two spraying down leg side, but it came off the third time lucky. He absolutely dominated it. And Joe Root is gone. One of the best batsmen in the world is out back in the pavilion, and Afghanistan are in with a huge chance here. Huge. That's exciting. That is a big wicket. I think I just woke up my kids with excitement, but that is what it is. You know what I mean? Let's have a look at what that comment just said. New Zealand, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and Timor-Leste are Australia's closest neighbours. Yeah, exactly. Timor-Leste? Timor-Leste? I've never even heard of that. That's probably bad on my part. We'd probably keep nuclear weapons there or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, no, it's a thing, you know. Papua New Guinea, and I hope they do well at the World Cup. They've already qualified for it. I'm going to buy a Papua New Guinea jersey next year for the 2020 World Cup, because obviously I want Australia to win. I'm cheering for Australia. But, like, it's cool to see places like Papua New Guinea on the international stage and, like, developing into international sporting bodies. They're huge in the rugby league now as well. They're getting big in rugby union. Like, they are entering the world stage on a sporting level, and I think that's really cool considering, you know, where we've been and what they've been like as nations, you know, like the effects of post-colonialism. We're not going to go into that in a sport fucking stream, but I think it's cool to see them being successful on a sporting stage. And we've got, what's his name, Brooke, coming in here to bat now. 33 for 2 after 6.5 overs. England are chasing 285 to win. And the game is well and truly in the balance here. Harry Brooke, he's had 9 innings. He averages 21 with the bat, 150 in his career in international one-day internationals. That was an amazing ball. No spin, but it skidded on through. The variation of this spinner, and it stayed low as well. And Joe Root was just like, fuck, that sucks. Same ball pitched a little bit shorter. Gives Harry a chance. Mujeeb is 1 for 12 from his 4 overs. So amazingly economical. And he's got the breakthrough of Joe Root there. Afghanistan will be very happy with his spin bowling. And Rashid Khan hasn't even bowled yet. He's their best bowler. He's one of the best bowlers in the world. He's their Shane Warne, you know what I mean? Like, he's their strike bowler. And you can usually count on him for 2 or 3 wickets. And Joe Root's already out before he's even had to come to the crease to bowl. So Afghanistan are in a huge position here. This is, you know, this has got upset written all over it. Don't mind me chopping my weed while I stream. But this is a big game with big implications for the rest of the competition as well, you know? Like, it would be... Like, I mean, I don't know, actually, for Australia, whether they would prefer England to beat Afghanistan so that Afghanistan are winless, or if they would prefer Afghanistan to beat England so that if we beat Sri Lanka tomorrow, like, it's more of the parity in the group standings is there, you know? Like, everyone's closer together. There's no point coming in second or third last. You want to come up near the top so you can advance to the next stage, you know? So, big swing outside off, and fielded down to third man. They'll get an easy single. This Fazal bloke is still bowling as well. He's doing very well. He's the left arm pacer, as I was saying. Timor-Leste borders the Indonesian island West Timor. Oh, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, East Timor and West Timor. The Timorese, like, it's funny, in my head, geographically, Timor, like East Timor and West Timor, or East Timor and Papua New Guinea are the same landmass in my head. Maybe I'm getting that confused, but maybe Timor's on this, like, it's the... Like, no, well, that's just West Papua, which wants to be its own country, and those people are getting fucking absolutely annihilated by the governments there as well. That's a horrific thing that you could look into, like the genocides in West Papua, and the Indonesians that are at fault there and whatnot. But we won't talk about politics too much in this stream. It's one ball has been bowled in this over, and Fazal is coming in to bowl again. very wide of the crease with that one. He's bowling around the wicket. It's a dot ball, just, he timed it well and it went to point. One of those other ones again where it might have gone to the boundary had the fielder not been there, but it was, so they didn't even get a single. But yeah, this Fazal bloke's come round the wicket now to Harry Brook, and he is bowling almost from the next pitch over. Like, he's so far wide of the crease. He's basically taking LBW out of the equation completely on his own. Bowling, like his left arm around the wicket, and he's bowling from so wide across that angle, it would have to be impossible. But you'd think that this would be you'd think that this was a tactical choice for bowling to Harry Brook, because he's only faced 3 balls now. He's got a single as well. Like he very clearly went, all right, well, I'm bowling against Brook now, so I'm going to bowl around the wicket and I'm going to bowl from fucking way over here, and so we'll see if that's successful. He just got a single and he's gone back to bowling over the wicket against Milan. Now, the run rate doesn't have to be huge here. Like, I mean, when I was growing up, the target of 285 would have been somewhat difficult. You would have had to go at about 5.85 and over, which it was a fast pace back when I was growing up. But with the advent of 2020, with 2020 being a new competition, well, not new, but relatively, like with these players who've all grown up playing 2020, scoring at 5 or 6 runs and over is not as difficult. And like, all the bats are better, the boundaries are smaller, you know how it is, like, you know what I'm saying. But a target of 285 is not as big a target as it used to be. It's still a relatively large target, though. They still need to score at the same run rate, There's another wide down leg side, that's unfortunate. But yeah, their required run rate, I would say they are not quite hitting the required run rate as yet. Which you don't necessarily have to. Like, the innings are built different ways than they used to be when I was growing up, you know what I mean? Like, if you can survive 3 or 4, like a run rate of 3 or 4 runs and over into the 20 over mark, you can then bridge the gap and turn that run rate into a 7 or 8 runs and over by batting at 10 or 15 runs and over because of the wickets in hand and stuff, and like, people address the run rate and the required run rate differently. Another dot ball there. This is really good bowling by Fazal. Like, they are keeping the economy down. Like, they are keeping the economical rate from both bowlers at both ends. Like, other than that Joe Root boundary that he hit just before he got bowled, it's been a very long while since the scoring looked easy. And that's what Afghanistan would want. Keep the pressure on, build that pressure up. Because, a target of 285 is a target of 285. England would have come in feeling quite confident, and that confidence has probably dropped a tiny little bit, especially with Joe Root on the boundary line with his day over. He's out. He's battered and he's out. Another swing and a miss outside off stump for Milan. That's the end of the 8th over. They are 36 for 2. And yeah, like, they're probably just below the required run rate at this point. The game's still in the balance, as I said. The Afghanis will want to take another couple of wickets here if they can, obviously, and really sort of put their foot on the throat of England. And England will just want to not lose any wickets for the next 5 to 10 overs. You know what I mean? The next 5 to 10 overs is going to be huge in terms of implications for the rest of the game, or implications for the rest of the World Cup, He's going to need a big innings here if he's going to play, if they're going to do well. Majib back on to bowl again, the spinner that's bowled 4 overs so far. He's just got given a single away to Harry Brook. And as I said, it's going to be a really interesting patch in the next 5 to 10 minutes. The commentators must be talking about Johnny Bairstow a lot, because they keep flashing him in the stands, but I don't know why. He's already out. And Majib's just been hit for his first boundary since the Joe Root one, actually. Like, he's just getting a bit loose at the minute. I would probably give this to him as his last over, or have a spell. You got 5. This is his 5th over of the game. Give him another 5 for later in the innings if we need him, and bring on Rashid Khan to fucking go on the attack. Like, of course, now I've said that. So after 8.1 overs, Afghanistan were 56 for none, and England are 42 for 2. So Oh, misfield at point. That's frustrating. You hate that when you build up pressure and it just went straight to him and then straight through his legs. That shouldn't have been a run. Majib to root for the 7th over. 86 kilometres an hour, 87 kilometres an hour, 86 kilometres an hour, 85 kilometres an hour, 92. So the one that went through and was a bit faster, that's what I was saying, it was skid on. He put a bit of an effort ball in, an arm ball in. That's good analysis there. Oh, big wrong and only just got the bat down. That would have been bowled too. That had a bit of extra pace on it as well. That was a great ball. And it should have, like, as a bowler, you look at those ones and you go, fuck, that was a wicket. That's unfortunate. You know, Harry Brooks just got his bat down in time there to dig it out. This guy's doing all right. Anyway, it sounds like my kids are about to wake up, and so I won't commentate the whole rest of the game and whatnot. But this was fun. I enjoyed doing this. Let me know if you want me to stream more cricket and whatnot moving forward. Once I haven't made this announcement, publicly or hugely on the channel yet, but I'm moving back home to Australia in December with my boys. Once that happens, I'll have a lot more access to a sport network and some babysitters and stuff like that. And I plan on doing this sort of thing more often, live streaming and commentating and stuff, games and sports, NFL a lot as well, because I'll be in Australia and the copyright laws will be different as well. But yeah, I would take this Majib guy off now. He's bowled well and he's bowled consistently, but his last 2 overs have been a bit looser than the other ones. His figures are 1 for 22 from 5 overs, and I would say I have a spell now, champ. We're going to bring Rashid Khan on from that end. This Fazal bloke is still bowling well, left arm pace at the other end. They're bowling in good combinations. It's good to watch in that sense. But yeah, as I said, I think my kids are waking up now, so I'm gonna, I don't want to do 20 things at once, so I'm gonna wrap this up so I can do that and that and that and that and stuff. But I've enjoyed chatting with you guys, and I'm gonna do this sort of thing moving forward. And would you look at that? I called it. I predicted it. They're bringing Rashid. Oh no, they're not. He took his hat off just to rub sweat off his head. I thought he was bowling. He'll bowl the other end. 100%. He'll replace Majib, I reckon. But I love you guys. I'll see you when I look at you. What's it say? I enjoy your reaction videos. You make great content. Thanks, Marcus. It was I enjoyed chatting with you here while we were doing this. If you haven't yet, do me a solid, hit the like button. I think you have already though, so that's good. That was a big cover drive by Harry Brooks. Harry Brook that's just gone straight to the fielder. That's unfortunate for him. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to go deal with my kids. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to hit that button, and yeah, I want to stop stream. Thanks anyway.